What's up YouTube, ODST General back again, and today guys we are going to be checking out a new Coastguard mission. This is a beta mission for the H145 helicopter. The mission is by Thoradin, and it's kind of a fun one. I haven't really done a whole lot of this yet, and I'm still trying to get back in the swing of flying this helicopter because I haven't really done so in a while, but hopefully everything should go smoothly for this. We got a bunch of forklifts driving around too. It's kind of weird. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and take a look in here. There's actually been a bunch of updates to this since I last played this H145. So we've got the previous EMS stuff, but now we've got like offshore rescues and like delivery missions and stuff with the other helicopters for this. It's really cool. But we're going to do this Coast Guard mission. Right now we're at Opa-locka Executive Airport in Miami. So this thing's already started, so we're going to select the HPG because that's the vehicle we're in. And since we've already started up, we're going to go ahead and have the pilot start. So let's take a look at where our dispatch is. According to the information from an undercover agent, there is a yacht off the coast that is trying to smuggle drugs into the country. Fly the area where the yacht is suspected to be and search for it. When you have found it, give the coordinates to a Coast Guard ship and wait for on that spot until the Coast Guard arrives. So let's take a look. So yeah, ways out of Miami here. So let's go ahead and, I guess, get going. Just a quick adjustment on my doohickeys here.
H145-012, you were not cleared to take off.
Yeah, I didn't request clearance to take off. That's fine. We're not going to.
Miami
I never do that in this helicopter.
H145-012 is type H145, 1 miles east of Opa-locka, 400 feet. Request flight following.
H145-012 Miami approach. Squawk 156.
Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about any obstacles here.
Squawk 1561 H145-012.
H145-012 radar contact. 2 miles east of Opa-locka, 1,500 feet.
Don't kick like that.
Altimeter 29.92.
Roger, H145-012. Miami approach H145-012. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
H145-012 Miami approach. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through Bravo airspace H145-012.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and set up the autopilot stuff. Now I could do this through the tablet, but I'm not going to. We're going to have to bring this up. Alright, so yeah, here we are again over Miami. Ooh, quite a cloud bank there. Fog or something going on. Looks like some low-hanging clouds over the area next to the airport, starting to roll in on the executive airport. I was about to say, oh man, look, there's an aircraft nearby. That's just a dirty spot on my screen I'm seeing, and you guys can't see that. Clean that off of there. Okay, yeah. So this is definitely a pretty cool area here because you get all the canals and stuff coming off the ocean, and I mean, just the waterfront makes for a pretty interesting area. All the bridges and stuff that go across the waterfront. So yeah, what we basically need to do here is we need to get out into the ocean. I don't know exactly how many miles out. I'm guessing it's several miles out into the ocean along basically the shelf here to try and find this target boat. And then we'll hit basically a pretty large circle that they're going to be somewhere inside of, and we're going to have to search around for them and try to spot them within that. So Hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult, but you never know with this sort of thing.
Miami approach, generic November 162 Papa Bravo is missed approach.
I should have taken the doors off. I should have uninstalled the doors. I forgot to do that. That would have made it a lot easier to see outside the helicopter. But, you know, what are you going to do? I could just jettison the door under the buildings below, but we're not going to do that.
Bravo climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
You got our flight crew back there.
Bravo climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Generic 2 Papa Bravo climb and maintain 8,000 feet.
That seems like a kind of a cool one right there. Like a cool bridge, and it's got that little island. Obviously the game's kind of struggling to render it a little bit.
8,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 28 left approach via Foxtrot Lima Lima transition. Clear to Foxtrot Lima Lima generic 2 Papa Bravo.
We got a message indicator. Well, let's go ahead and throw that. There we go. Perfect. Throw that onto our rear camera on the tail there. That way we have a little bit of extra view of what's going on below us. Won't unfortunately help us finding the boat. The only thing I don't like about this camera as well, it looks really neat because it's actual satellite imagery that you're getting for this, so you're actually getting what this would look like in real life. For purposes of like search and rescue in the game, you're obviously not seeing the people on the map, so that's kind of a little bit problematic. Well, that's interesting. So even the satellite imagery, that's actually got that gap there. I'm wondering if maybe that's a drawbridge for larger vessels. And it was up when the satellite was taking the image or something, maybe. Don't know. So yeah, we don't have to use the hoist or anything for this particular mission though, so it's just going to be going in, dropping smoke, and hanging over our target here is all it should be. And there goes that visibility. Now these clouds, I mean, they're not too heavy. There isn't too many of these clouds out right now, so I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. But I am a little concerned with the number of clouds. Let's go ahead and put our altitude attainment on, and we're going to drop down to 1,000 feet. Now that we're getting out over the ocean here, getting out of the city. Go ahead and dive down. Out a little bit. So, I mean, you can see it's not super far away. I mean, this is we left somewhere in the middle there, so it is a little bit of a flight, but not terribly bad. So I might do, just because there isn't a whole lot to talk about until we actually get there, is I might cut the video here. I'll probably, I don't know, I might keep talking. I might just keep recording. So it's probably going to be a smaller boat. It says yacht, but usually these are like speedboats. Large speedboats, but speedboats. And they can be anywhere within the circle. So right now we've just entered into the circle, so we're going to basically, I guess, just kind of fly a circle, or fly in the circle and just kind of close in towards the center here. The boats aren't moving. Oh, there's actually our boat right now. rudder pedals drive me crazy. You do not like to work how I think they should work. You can see them kind of like freaking out below us here a little bit. Alright. So we've dropped smoke as we flew over them. You could hear, you couldn't see it because I was flying over, but the door behind us opened up. Our flight crew in the back just opened up the door and dropped that smoke in. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in here, we're going to hit this, we're going to throw it into auto hover, and we're going to hit this the other way so that we can have these guys in view. And so that's our target boat. For drug smugglers, they're pretty calm. They're not going anywhere, despite the fact that we've just dropped orange smoke next to them and that we are a Coastguard vessel. I probably should stay out a little bit further, but that way they don't potentially shoot us or something. But you know, the thing is that you know, we're fairly far away actually. I mean, that boat is quite small looking from here at least. I don't know what the distance would be. I guess it's still in theory within like shooting distance, depending on what sort of weaponry they have. So you'd probably want to continue flying around in like a holding pattern or something like that. But what we're basically waiting for now is a Coast Guard vessel is going to come in from somewhere, and they're going to intercept and board the vessel, and then we can take off and head back to the airfield. So hopefully it shouldn't be too long before they get here. It's taken a while some of the times I've played this in the past, but it's supposed to be randomized, I think. So I'm not really certain how long we should expect to wait for these guys. But we'll hold here. Alright guys, and we are back here. Our Coast Guard vessel is approaching here. We're going to just kind of rotate around so you guys can catch them coming in here. Yeah, you can see they're leaving a pretty good wake there.
Miami departure altimeter 29.902. Continue as planned.
Rudders. I gotta figure out a way to tweak that, because yeah, I'm trying to do just like solid movement. They didn't want to go or cooperate or go the other way. So they've gone ahead and stopped, and they're now intercepting. Our mission's updated so we can fly back to our base. And they're going to be making contact with the vessel there. So we're going to go ahead and start heading back. I do want to get one shot really quick of these guys here, so we're going to go ahead, turn this off. We'll re-engage our heading.
Avianca 105 traffic in sight.
Our airspeed up. Altitude back up to 3,000 feet. Get out of here. So this is definitely a pretty basic one. This is a lot easier than, you know, the rescue operations of trying to either land or do a hoist operation for an injured victim or something like that, or if you're doing the supply delivery stuff, just because you obviously don't have to be like pinpoint accurate. You just have to fly over the target vessel close enough to drop the smoke, and then it's really just a matter of sitting there waiting. Again, if I wanted to be a little bit more realistic, which I should have probably flown in circles doing like a holding pattern at a higher altitude once we'd actually dropped smoke. But since we're just cutting anyways to save a little bit of time, I figured that didn't make too much sense to do that. Yeah, so now we just head back here and land, and I guess that's going to be it. So unfortunately I can't really take a look at the other missions that are available here on this thing, but there was some interest in the past when I was talking about doing more missions like this, that you guys seem to want to see more of these. Now, I know my viewer numbers first weren't super huge, but it was enough, so I think if there's still interest in this video and enough people watch this, I would definitely be keen to show off some of the other missions for this helicopter that they have available now. Maybe do like a civilian cargo, like offshore transport thing with that new helicopter that got added for this. We're we're Surfside right now. A little bit bouncing right now with the hitting the proper altitude that, well, I say the proper altitude, the altitude I wanted to be at. See, to me this is like around 2,000, 3,000 feet though. That's really where this game is best enjoyed. Because, I mean, the thing is, higher than that, you can't lose enough definition from the buildings that it doesn't really matter that there's so many like details compared to like other flight sims in the buildings. But like this, if you zoom in at 2,000 feet, yeah, you can see the flaws in the buildings pretty quickly and the issues. But you zoom out like this, and you're at just like a standard zoom, and it looks so good. Like that looks so highly detailed, and like, yeah, again, I mean, you can see some of the buildings definitely start to have flaws, but oh man, this is a really awesome game, really gorgeous game, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like since launch something changed with the settings too, that it's not quite as graphically nice as it used to be. Like, I've still seen people put out like some really high quality screenshots. Maybe it's just a matter of time of day or lighting or something like that, but like the first couple months the game was out, at least, just, it was so gorgeous. And it still looks really gorgeous, but something definitely seems like it's changed. I said that, like, I think the last time I made a video, I was kind of griping about that to an extent. But that's fine. Let's go ahead, we're in that cloud front now, it looks like, according to this. Oh yeah, it's updated. We're in a small pocket of clouds. It's saying weather, but it doesn't say what kind of weather it is. I guess it could just be cloud coverage and not any sort of actual like rain or anything like that. I don't really know for certain. But it doesn't look like it should be too much of an issue. It's still pretty sunny, just partly cloudy right now. You can see the clouds casting a shadow down onto the ground there. Looks like I see some flashing lights down there at the airfield. Either somebody's landing or they're about to take off. I can't tell which. Looks like they're slowing down, so I'm guessing there's probably somebody landing. I guess they could be taxiing too. I'm not sure if this is the only runway at this airfield, or if there's one that goes across like this, because there's multiple dark things. I think it's just the one runway, so somebody might just be taxiing to parking or something too, it looks like. Let's turn the live weather off on that just so we have a little bit better view of the map here. I don't know if they're going to have us land on the airfield or if they're going to have us land where we took off from in the parking. There's a larger aircraft of some kind. Looks like maybe a 737 or 747 taking off, I guess. Where are they taking off from though? Like, it almost looks like they're landing. They're going really slow, but it doesn't make any sense. God, that really does look like they're landing, doesn't it? Did you just do a touchdown and take off again? I'm so confused. That's gotta be a taxiway, right? I guess there's runway lights there. I guess maybe it is a runway. I mean, this is the only one that actually looks like a runway, though. Alright, let's turn the things off here. am aware. Thank you for the heads up. There's aircraft taxiing down there for sure now, though.
Warning, obstacle. Warning, obstacle. Warning, obstacle. Warning, obstacle. Caution, terrain.
Come on, turn. Dude. Quit fighting me.
Caution, terrain.
Hey. Hey, what are you doing? I need to park there. Excuse me. Thank you. Just keep going. Alright, that was actually a much smoother landing than I anticipated it to be, guys. Not gonna lie. That was probably not a great landing. I'm sure a lot of you guys could do much more impressive stuff, but for me that was pretty good. Apparently, he was just ready to get out as fast as possible. They did not want to have anything to do with me. Frame dropping a little bit there. Kind of funny though, because their uniforms are blue inside the helicopter because of the way like the liveries work, but because of the way the scripting works, I actually has these guys walking around and everything. Their uniforms changed to the default. So we've finished our mission. We can now submit our report, and then the report shows up somewhere. I can't remember if we can see it through here. Download in progress. So I can't remember with this helicopter if we can do all the stuff with the ground surfaces and stuff like that to get like refueled and things like that. But the frames are all of a sudden deciding they just want to drop and be complete poo-poo, and we're done with the video at this point anyways, guys. So anyways, if you guys want to see more missions with this H145, see some of the other rescue missions and stuff like that, or maybe some like delivery stuff with the offshore civilian model, let me know in the comments below, guys. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I will see you all in the next one.